Is she faking it? That intense orgasm she has every time is likely related to the lack of DHEAS and increased cortisol. These secret techniques are likely what keeps you from enjoying the true pleasure. Let's talk about female pleasure. It can sometimes seem like a mystery, but it doesn't have to be. Getting to that intense pleasure actually involves techniques that most people don't really know a lot about. We're going to dive into some secrets that can unlock a whole new level of sensation. First, it's about getting in the mood. I know that sounds super basic, but it makes a big difference. Your mental state really affects how your body responds to touch. Think about setting the stage: a clean and fresh room, comfy lighting. Maybe light a scented candle or put on a perfume that makes you feel sexy and free. Setting this stage helps you relax and truly be present in the moment. It is very important to be in a relaxed state if you want to have satisfying orgasms. A study of women found those little steps really do matter for better orgasms. The state of mind was found to be paramount in these intense experiences. Now let's get to the techniques, and first is exploring your own clitoris. That little nub is more than just a button. There are around 8,000 nerve endings which make it a powerhouse of pleasure. Start gentle, touch it lightly with your finger. It takes time for the clitoris to get aroused. Experiment with soft strokes. Try going up and down, side to side, or circles. If you're building and not finding it satisfying, add some vibration in there for intense stimulation. Try using more than one finger. 2, 3, or 4 can provide more stimulation. Switch between a side-to-side motion, moving your finger or fingers around the clitoris to get all of the sides. Don't be afraid to apply pressure. Try gentle at first, then keep increasing the pressure as your horniness builds. Remember to stay focused. Think thoughts to make you horny to build sexual arousal. During sex, these kinds of hand techniques can give you an intense pleasure too. That is why it is a great idea to make sure your partner is aware of what you want. To that end, sexual communication is a must for satisfying and fun sex. Now for all the women with all of the hot men who are watching. One of the most effective techniques for sex is what I like to call the grind. It's all about grinding and making contact with clits. Have your man grinding with the area above the base of his penis, where his pubic bone is, with your clit. He can do this by rotating forward so it hits your pleasure button. A variation on the grind is side to side, where he stays as deep as possible and he grinds side to side on the clitoris. It might sound weird, but also you can do it in a circle while staying in you. It is called the grind for a reason, and its purpose is to please. The most important thing is the pressure. Get your partner to apply the correct pressure. It is all about you in this case. Make sure they give you the experience you deserve. Another useful sex technique is woman on top, or cowgirl as they are more famously known. On top, lean your weight to rest on your arms, elbows, and start grinding forward and backward on him. Keep in mind, too, that, according to research on anal orgasms, for example, these require deep penetration and awareness of how and where your pleasure is being triggered. No matter what style you employ or which position, it's about finding what works uniquely for you and your partner. Also, do you know the cervical area is very stimulating and very few people use it? Cervical stimulation during sex is known to create full-body orgasms. For this, do deep penetrative sex positions like doggy. As the area is hard to reach, take your time. It also matters that you experiment. Don't be afraid to add a little pleasure, use some vibration, or incorporate a clitoral toy into the mix. This would add a new experience that is always fun to have during sex. You have to consider all of the external and internal methods if you want the most fun, and #X20. It has also been shown that when they were really stressed about their bodies, women did not really orgasm as well. The reason was that the distraction was just too much. Focus your sexual experience and pay special attention to where you feel sensations and what stimulates you in the external genitalia. This will allow for you to focus all of your attention and remove all distraction or any anxiety that may be present. This is linked to interoception, also called a money spot by some. When your mind is one with your body, you have more attention to what really matters during sex. Your desires. Make yourself familiar with it so that you can use it during your sexual activities to greatly increase your satisfaction. It goes as far as helping you pick up signs of arousal. This mind-body connection that happens and helps make things easier in bed is called a full-body orgasm and can be achieved if you listen well to your body. Researchers like Dr. Beverly Whipple have also shown that stimulation, for example, the glands on the clitoris, is similar to areas on the brain that light up while experiencing vasocongestion. In that regard, make sure the body is having good blood flow, which over time makes the area more receptive and easier to access. Even more broadly, make use of what are considered erogenous zones. The sensory nerves are a key to unlocking more and more pleasure and even help the brain release neurotransmitters, such as dopamine and serotonin for an overall better session. Make use of some lube too for added comfort and easier sex and #X20. And here's an interesting point to remember. Even when you feel that you are experienced with certain areas or positions, don't take them for granted. Always test and explore. Because people change as they age, both for men and women. Now, this is not to say that this journey of intense pleasure has been fully explored. The research is not done. For example, we know certain hormones have an effect on our responses, but can they be specifically measured, or have we identified all the hormones? What about the multiple somatosensory zones? How does exactly stimulating them in conjunction change the level of sensitivity or arousal? Much is still to be known, but the key is to try. And for that, like, share and subscribe if you want more of this type of amazing content to come your way.